Hello, State Support Team Region 12 would like to welcome you to Evidence-Based Practices. This presentation was prepared for you by consultants Kaylee Andrews, Diane Inama, Susan Seamer, and State Support Team Director Lisa Baker. What are evidence-based practices? Taken from Ohio's plan to raise literacy achievement, evidence-based practices are methods, approaches, or strategies for teaching that have been evaluated and proven to improve student outcomes. What is the difference between evidence-based practices and research-based practices? From Ohio's plan to raise literacy achievement, the terms evidence-based and research-based are frequently used interchangeably, but they are different, and it is important for us to understand the difference. A strategy that is evidence-based likely is also research-based. However, the reverse is not always true. A program or strategy, especially if it is newly developed, may be research-based, but not meet the formal definitions of evidence-based. For a strategy to be considered evidence-based, its efficacy must have been evaluated by someone other than just the people or organizations that developed the strategy. The outcome of the evaluation will determine what, if any, level of evidence the strategy meets. While generally there is research that goes into the development of a strategy, it must be evaluated for efficacy, as outlined by the Every Student Succeeds Act, to fulfill Ohio's state or federal requirements related to evidence-based strategies. When teachers use evidence-based strategies with fidelity, they can be confident their teaching is likely to support student learning and achievement. Let's look at 5 steps to being empowered by evidence. Understanding the value of using evidence-based strategies. As educators and policymakers, you can offer students the academic support and services they need to reach their full potential in school and life. But to turn opportunity into action, you need to know what strategies and supports really work. Evidence-based strategies can help you get there. Step 2, consider your local needs. Different students in different districts have different needs. To be empowered by evidence, you must consider the distinct needs of students in your school or district, and then choose the available strategies most likely to meet those needs. One thing that every school has is data. To determine the needs of your students, you will need to spend time analyzing the data to determine the root cause of low student performance and achievement. Data analysis can be done in your teacher-based teams, building leadership teams, or at your district leadership team. Step 3, learn the basics. You want to be confident that a strategy will help your students succeed. Strategy offers various levels of evidence. Once you understand the levels, you can make the best choice for your students. And we're going to come back to step 3 in just a moment. Step 4, make strategies prove their worth. Once you implement a strategy, no matter what the level, you want to know it's working. Are you seeing change? What are students' results telling you? If you're not seeing the expected improvement, make adjustments. And step 5, tap into Ohio's Empowered by Evidence resources. You're not alone on this evidence-based adventure. The Ohio Department of Education's website offers detailed, frequently asked questions, step-by-step instructions on how to find evidence-based strategies, and links to other state and national resources. The department continues to add resources, so visit the site often. Let's look a little bit deeper into step 3 of being empowered by evidence, learn the basics. We're going to be looking at an example in just a moment of how to select a strategy. When you look at the resources, they're going to be referring back to tiers of evidence. So let's look at what those are. We have 4 tiers. Tier 1 showing strong evidence. Tier 2 shows moderate evidence. Tier 3, promising evidence. And Tier 4 demonstrates a rationale. As you go through your strategy selection, you will be able to see which tier of evidence your strategy fits into. One resource that you can use to select evidence-based strategies is the What Works Clearinghouse. When you get to the What Works Clearinghouse website, click on the small icon in the top bar that says Menu, and then choose Practice Guides. The practice guides offer recommendations for teachers to use in the classrooms to address the needs of their students and support learning. There are several to choose from. Let's click on Improving Mathematical Problem Solving in Grades 4 through 8. This practice guide offers educators 5 different recommendations. Let's click on the 3rd recommendation that shows strong evidence. Teach students how to use visual representations. This recommendation offers us 2 options. We could read about it or watch a video. Let's read about it. Each practice guide is set up using the same format. You will find information about the research and evidence associated with the recommendation, a section that explains how to implement the recommendation with examples to support your learning. There's a section that helps you identify potential roadblocks to using the recommendation and offers some possible solutions so you can overcome those barriers. The practice guide offers everything you need to begin using the strategy with confidence. The What Works Clearinghouse is just one resource that you can use to select strategies. You could also try Ohio's Evidence-Based Clearinghouse. They offer a tutorial on YouTube, and here's the link. Here are some additional resources that you may find helpful. The top 2 links are from the Connecticut State Department of Education's evidence-based guides, one for math and one for reading. You can find these easily by going to the Ohio Department of Education's website and typing in the search box, Connecticut State Department of Education Guides. Here you will find more evidence-based guides on climate and culture, early childhood, and student and family community engagement. The next link is to Minnesota's Department of Education, where you will find evidence-based practices around math, literacy, attendance and climate, and graduation. Thank you for spending some time learning about evidence-based practices.